just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your boy Tone here, and I got my regular contributor for the Bear Down episodes, Mr. J Mac. What's up with you?
Nothing much, brother. Just another sad day in Bearland.
Another sad day in Bearland.
Yes, sir. Not looking too good right now, but we're gonna get through it.
We're gonna get through it, man. You know, so far this season, still only 2 weeks deep, I've not been able to watch or listen to podcasts right after the game. I haven't listened to any. I haven't watched any. I did listen to like the news, sports news in Chicago, but that's it. You know, I've read some stuff on Twitter, but I haven't watched anything or listened to anything because it's just too much to take in at once for myself. It's like a lot of the stuff, it'd be flooded with a lot of negativity to me, and it'd be flooded with a lot of overreactions. And I just like, okay, I can't do that right after the game. I gotta chill for a day. Now today, tomorrow, I'll go ahead and check those guys out. But yeah, yesterday I couldn't even do it.
Well, you watched the Chicago news, so you did a lot better than I did. I turned on nothing. I hit Twitter maybe, I don't know, 10 o'clock today.
Yeah.
I was browsed through there a little bit last night, looking through some comments, but you did a lot better than me.
See, Twitter, I could do Twitter because you can read a post or whatever, and then you don't have to go through the comments or anything. You just read the post, see what the post is about. Like, oh, okay, that ain't nothing I want to deal with right now. But you turn on the podcast or listen to a podcast, you got to hear them say what they got to say. It's like, I don't feel this right
now. Yeah. Unfortunately, we gotta take the good with the bad.
This is true.
We gotta take the good with the bad, and it didn't look too good. I'll just say that. I'll just keep it at that, and until we get to diving deeper into the to the game. And
so yesterday, Bears lost 27-17. It was closer than the final score shows, in my opinion.
I agree.
Although, like the crazy part is, it was closer than the final score, even though the Bears play like crap.
Yeah. It was. I don't know. For me, it was the defense kept us in it with the bend and don't break.
Yeah.
And the offense, besides that first drive and that drive in which we scored again, that scored that last touchdown.
Right, in the fourth.
Stagnant. It was very stagnant.
Yeah, so we our defense is definitely bend don't break because we got one pressure the whole game. Like, we got to do better than that because from what I'm seeing is teams are converting on third down on us. Our DBs are getting ate alive on third down.
Man, third and long, they killing us.
We got to get pressure, man. We can't. The Bears cannot live with the bend don't break. We gotta break their ass. We gotta go ahead and flood them, man. If we get beat, we get beat. But I would take my chances on getting to them more than us not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And then getting ate up on third down. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, because I think at one point there was 7 for 11 on third downs.
Yeah, something like that.
That's just wow. Here this guy go again.
They converted 8 of 15 on third down, man. 8 of 15. That's pretty good. 53%. Third down.
Damn, I hate to bring this up, but
and the week before the Packers
last week?
9 of 16. So it's consistent, 56% for them. It's consistent on third down that we getting chewed up. It's like, we gotta get to the QB, man. We gotta make him make mistakes. We gotta get sacks. We gotta get him off his reads. We gotta do something.
That consistency is trending in the wrong direction, though.
Yeah, that's we 30th. We rank 30th right now in that third down conversion being allowed. Allowing third down conversions.
Man, we have got to do better. Got to be better, and we don't look good at all, especially on defense, especially on
Especially
third
on
downs.
everything.
Yeah, everything.
Only cat looking good is Cairo right now.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Now I have to give it to Moore too.
DJ
He's
Moore,
looking
yeah.
when he gets the ball, he's looking good.
He gets slippery on him.
Yeah,
I like
9 targets, 8 catches. I mean,
he got over 100 yards receiving, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do better. We got to. He's got to be your first read.
But right, they got to design plays where he's the first read. They can't design plays where he's the second or third read. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be the first read on all of those shots. And he got most of his yards in the first half. He didn't. I mean, the second half we really didn't. He got a few yards, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, you're trying to get other players involved, which is fine. I mean, they are part of the team, and they're part of our success. But at the same time, you target DJ Moore a little bit more. I mean, you can get them guys open a little bit, because they're going to be putting more coverage toward him then.
Right, exactly.
Worried about him breaking loose, and I'm sorry, but we look like trash. That's just it. After them 2 drives, we didn't look good.
Hey, my guy Claypool got him a touchdown in the fourth, made the game 20-17. So we were right there. And then
Matt Nagy 2.0 showed up.
Matt Nagy 2.0.
Yeah,
they knew what we were running. I saw the shit on Twitter, man.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name right, but one of the defensive players for the Bucs said we knew what they were running. They were running the screen. We knew it from the formation that they had. So
what happened?
Yeah,
we saw what happened.
Yeah, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
That's just smart defense on them reading it, and that's smart defense on them disguising it and getting it. Yeah.
You got to run something different though. You can't run a screenplay that deep into your own territory.
Right, and if you did disguise it, don't have the same formation so they can see it coming.
Right.
That was the biggest problem. Like, they knew it was coming. So if you're gonna run the screen, change the formation so they don't know, so they can keep them guessing, so you can stay at least one step ahead of them. They right on your heel. They know exactly what you're doing.
And right on your head, you can't do shit. You can't. If
I knew every move you was gonna make before you made it, ain't shit you can do about it.
Nothing. And when you don't change up the play calling, you throwing 9 to 10 fucking screens a game. Everybody's going to be prepared for it. They know that's your game, the screen game.
The screen game.
They know it. There you go. That's your boy. That's your boy. And for me, it's just something. It's all about the play calling. You got to open it up. I mean, you just can't go dink and dunk, screens, dink and dunk, screens, then look downfield. No, you got to still take some shots.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, it's the play calling. It's the offensive coordinator. We got the wrong one. You can't
from that tree. What's that? What tree is that from? Is that from the McVay tree?
Yeah, the Kyle Shanahan tree.
Kyle Shanahan tree.
No, better yet, I'm gonna just say that's the Green Bay Packers tree, because you running the same system as the Packers do.
Right.
You come from the Packers. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just something for me being said when you go get the you go get the guy to be your offensive coordinator from your um your biggest rival.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If their system was working and we have players that can fit that system, I don't have a problem with that. But he wasn't the one running the offense there, so we were kind of just taking a rolling the dice, really. We didn't know what he was going to run. We don't know his creativity. We don't know his ability to disguise plays and things like that. We were rolling the dice like, okay, he's from that tree. He got to know this. I guess, we're wrong.
Well, right. Obviously, he's been watching Nagy too, so I don't get it. He's been watching Nagy too, you know. But
Bruh.
at the same time, we do need to take a look at. I hate to say this, we got to take a look at Justin as well. Yeah, I mean, it's just all the way around.
Yeah,
All the way around.
I want to take a look at the all 22s because there's a play that keeps surfing around the internet right now where there's a wide open player and he got sacked on the play.
Yeah, he was. And if you look at
I don't
his,
even know who the open receiver was, but I know that's the play he was sacked on, and they showing a wide open receiver.
yeah, because it was you like you said, it was a wide open receiver. It was one going up the middle, which was covered, and then there was one behind him on the right side, on the right hash. That was the one right wide open up that seam. And if you look at the steals, and even in the videos, he's looking at in that direction. So, well,
So
what are you seeing?
maybe he saw something we didn't see. Maybe there's a defender hedging. I gotta watch the tape. Maybe there's a defender like right there. We just don't see him in the steel frame. I gotta watch the tape. I don't see it. I didn't see the tape of it. But
Well,
damn,
as you alluded to, it's on there.
yeah,
You can see it there. You can see the steel frame to where you got a receiver going up the middle that's covered, and they both focusing on him, and then there's one going up the seam. Justin's eyes, his eyes look like his head looking in that direction,
yeah.
and you
Like,
I
what was he
mean,
thinking? Did he? What was the read on that? Who was supposed to get the ball? Was it something he saw that deterred him from throwing in that direction? I need.
yeah,
I need to know.
on that play, it's like he kind of held the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got sacked, and it was somebody open. So I'm like, what was going on right there? I got to find out. Maybe they'll say something in the press conference or something that I missed, or there'll be an interview or something, or somebody else who saw it. Maybe they'll have some answers to it because I don't get it right there on that play from Justin. Like,
Nah,
what was he on right there?
yeah,
I'm a supporter of my QB, but that just baffled me right there. I got to find out.
yeah.
Um,
They're trying to make him into too much of a pocket passer.
are they trying to make him into that? Is that what he's trying to make himself into?
That's what it seems like. 'Cause they again no design runs. They had one design run. I think they had one design run in which he picked up a few yards, but no more after that.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I remember last season when they had that that bye week, I believe it was. They said they started watching tape on Lamar Jackson, and they took some of their plays and used them for Justin. Why don't they go back to that?
I don't know. They took it out. Like I
Shit
said
was
before, they
working.
took it out the playbook.
The shit was working. He's a bigger, stronger quarterback. As over Lamar. He can take it, man. Go ahead. I don't know, man. I don't know. The running,
Yeah, I mean, it's frustration on our part because hell, we want our team to win, and we're not looking good. I
yeah,
mean, we had these big expectations for us in season two of the Pose and Flus era,
right.
and
So,
we got better talent.
yeah, on
It's,
paper, like I kept saying all off season, we look better on paper. We'll see when the season starts.
yeah, so
So
something's not matching up.
my question
Something
to
not matching
you is:
up.
Do you still have the similar expectations, or have they changed?
After 12 losses in a row, it don't look like
Talk about this season. So
this season.
yeah.
Hell, that's still two losses. It don't look like it's changed.
So
It's starting out.
I'm asking for your personal expectations of the Bears. Have it changed?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
So what are your
Just
expectations
that's
again?
10-7 playoffs.
Okay, 10-7. We got
I
some
mean,
work to do.
it's still, huh?
So we got some work to do.
We got a lot of work to do. Even after that first game, we had a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do now.
Yeah.
And at some point, the coaches got to take a look at themselves as well.
Right. And that's Flus called the defense yesterday. He called it.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but I need to see more blitzes, more blitzing packages,
more pressure,
more
more
pressure.
pressure. But at the same time,
We can't get there with a 4-man front. We seem like we can't get to the quarterback. So we're gonna have to blitz, man. We're gonna have to shoot the gaps or something.
but at the same time, we need to, at this, we need to tackle. We're not tackling.
Hey, that's been a problem for this regime with Flus and the regime with Nagy. We can't tackle.
Well, I have
I don't know if
to.
that's an NFL thing or a Bears thing, but we can't tackle.
I have to go back to the Fangio when Fangio was a coordinator. It was tackling then.
Okay, but I guess I was talking about after Fangio left. It seemed like he took the tackling with him. Like his old ass is out there hitting something.
I agree. Man, we not tackling. It's just all that pop and hopefully they'll go down.
Right.
It's not working. We have to wrap up.
You have to stick them and wrap them.
Right, because that's how we actually had some pressure on Baker, but
they said they only got one pressure when I was reading the report. One pressure.
No, I seen he spun out of a couple of sacks.
Okay.
Yannick, he got pressure on him once. D-Walk got pressure on him.
Yeah, he did.
Spun out of a couple of sacks.
Okay, I remember.
He was more elusive than Justin.
Interesting. They came in waves on Justin. It wasn't like Yannick or D-Walk, one guy getting in there. They had like 2 and 3 guys in waves in Justin's face.
Yeah.
When he tried to go one way, it was a guy the other way. When he tried to go the other way, it was a guy right there.
They collapsed their pocket on him.
Yeah,
they collapsed their pocket on him, and you knew Vita. Yeah, he was gonna control the middle.
Yeah, he did. We said that before the game. Yeah.
Yeah, them boys on the end, they kept them inside the pocket. So he's got to beat teams playing quarterback.
Yeah, but we didn't do too bad running against the Bucks, which is one of the better running defenses in the league. I mean, we had over 5 yards per carry running with Herbert and Roshan Johnson. Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson had over 5 yards per carry together. So I don't know. Maybe we got to lean on the run a little more with our quarterback still trying to figure things out, but our running game is solid still. Maybe we got to lean on the run a little bit more.
And let him run some as well to
like you alluded earlier.
Yeah, get him comfortable.
Yeah.
Let him get the juices flowing. Let him get him, a couple of QB runs and design runs, and let him get comfortable. Start out with a couple of little short passes, short slants, and get his confidence going. Because at some point in time, when he's throwing the ball, it's like he's rushing. He's going through his progressions, but then he's rushing the passes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just expected better.
Yeah. Overall, for the most part, with a couple bright spots here and there, it was a rough day, man. It was a rough day. Our linebackers, they played well. They were in there hitting, sticking. No, you don't think so? Look,
what's his name? Me?
Edmonds and Edwards. They had a lot of tackles.
Yeah. Well, why are they making a lot of tackles?
But I'm saying they played well. Why are they making a lot of tackles? Because our front four ain't stopping it.
Thank you.
But that doesn't mean that they didn't play well. They did what they were supposed to do, get the tackles, right? Because the front
Right.
wasn't getting it. So what was you? I don't understand.
Well, I'm just from watching the replay.
Okay.
There was the ball carriers was damn near in their chest when they was making tackles. Instead of going downhill, the ball carrier about to break, go downhill. And if you're not going breaking downhill, why are you waiting until the ball carriers come to you before you try to make the tackle?
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Go downhill. By the time they get to you, they done gained 5 or 6 yards.
Facts.
No, we gotta. I mean, you stopping a run or they gashing us up the middle constantly.
So
up the middle of that line, up the middle of the defense.
They had 120 yards rushing.
And most of that was up the middle.
Yeah. Rashad White had 73 of those. Baker had 17. Then it's all down from there. But yeah. And we only had 67 yards rushing. We got to run more if those guys are getting over 5 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying?
I guess they worried about them stacking the box.
And then when they stack the box, spring one loose to them receivers. We got weapons.
Yeah, we got them, but at the same time, Justin
let them stack the box. That'll make it easier for Justin, right? They stacking the box to stop the run.
But he got to read it.
But they ain't even doing it though. Is what I'm saying. They're not even doing it. They're not consistently running the ball for him to even see it to read it.
Yeah, you got a point there too. You got a point there too. We're not leaning on
what's our strength. We running the ball as our strength.
What's supposed to be our strength. And I wonder if they leaning away from that because of certain starters not playing.
16 carries, 4 of them by Justin. So we didn't even count those because those weren't even designed. One of them was.
What do you have? What, -3 yards rushing?
He had 3 yards rushing. Velus had -3.
Shit, that's just as bad. 3 and now.
Yeah.
And just when you mentioned Velus on that play right there, he got blew up. That play got blew up.
Whenever he gets in the game, don't he run that same play?
Well, not really, because it was like that wasn't a jet sweep on that play, was it?
I thought it was.
I thought it was like a screen or something. But either way it go, it got blew up.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. -3 yards, as you said.
Yeah.
I mean, he only played 4 snaps, and that's all you looked at him for. I mean, that's the only time you went to him.
Yeah.
So
got to disguise it even better. So he coming in some trick play coming.
Yeah. But speaking of the offensive line actually play a little better. They play a lot better than I expected.
Hey, Fields took 6 sacks, man. How many was on him and how many was on the line? I say
I think 3 was on the line. Him. I think 3 was on him for holding.
I said 2. Okay.
So that one I go 50-50. A couple of them he held the ball too long.
Okay.
And of course, they bringing pressure. They're gonna bring pressure. They're gonna blitz. They're gonna blitz off the corners. They're gonna blitz from the slot.
6 sacks is a lot in a game, man. That's a lot. He getting hit too many times.
And didn't we give up 6 sacks last game as well?
Probably. I don't even remember.
I mean, we hit again, trending in the wrong direction. Negative. We giving up 4 sacks.
He got sacked 4 times in the last game.
As much as he was under pressure, it seemed like it was more than that.
He got sacked 4 times last game, but still, 4 sacks, 6 sacks. That's too many for me. Both of them.
Yeah, I agree. Got to do better.
Got to do better.
And that our defense, to me, I mean, I seen some flashes from Big Dex. He was in the backfield a couple of times, but at the same time, running back running right past him.
Right into
I
the
seen
chest of Edmonds and Edwards.
there you go. And I seen a couple of I don't mean to be pessimistic, but at the same time, I seen a couple of plays when he got pushed back at least 5 yards on run plays. He's getting driven backwards,
hmm
and we depending on you to be the three tech, so you can't get driven backwards 5 yards at a time. You got a couple of flash plays, but the flash plays you missed. You know,
Right.
and getting driven off the ball 5 yards downfield, that's not helping our defense none. Then you got the running back running right past you, running into Edmonds and Edwards' chest.
Yeah.
And
It's all
now,
good. But we look good for a few plays, and then we get to that third down, and they just be like,
yeah, third and 16, third and 12, third and 11.
they get that whole first down on our ass.
Right. We have favorable situations,
Yeah, for sure.
but at the same time, yeah, you can give up the short shit in front of you, but you got to make the tackle. If they short in front, if they make the catch 3 yards in front of the first down, make the tackle. Or 4 or 5 yards in front of the first down, make the tackle. It's
And
just like when I think it was like third and 16 when they threw that pass out to Evans and he spun off Hicks.
yeah,
And that should have been instead of trying to throw your shoulder in there, wrap them up. And also, who was that? Johnson and Sanborn. They stopped on the play because they thought Hicks was going to make the tackle.
mm,
You got to wrap them up. That'll stop that right there. Hit and wrap and still finish out the play. Run to the ball.
run to the ball.
Damn. Speaking of Evans, they picked on Stevens.
Stevenson, yeah,
Yeah, they picked on him
rookie.
the
I
whole
mean,
game.
that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
They took
yeah,
advantage of that.
yeah. They did. They took real advantage of that, and they exploited that matchup real good.
I mean, they had Evans. Come on now. Either it's gonna be pick your poison, man. Evans
Yeah,
or Godwin.
but you see, they didn't go to Godwin much.
Nah.
But even on the play in which one play he got away with a offensive pass interference.
hmm
Evans did on that big pass that run down to the inside the 10. Yeah, he got away with a pass interference on that one. And I think White scored on that.
Who was that on our team that got penalized for the late hit when the receiver was running out of bounds?
Yeah, it was I can't remember the name, but it was number 27.
I ain't like that call.
What
I ain't like
no,
that
when
call.
you talking about when Baker went out of
Baker. It
bounds?
was Baker. You're right. It was
Yeah.
Baker. Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't like that
was
call.
a crappy call. That was a shitty call.
Yeah, because he technically his foot hadn't touched the ground. He was still in bounds.
Right, he was still in bounds. So
Yeah.
why not hit him?
Right.
It was a legal play.
Yeah. He was in legal playing field.
Right. Yeah, and then they tacked on another 15 on top of that.
Yeah, I ain't like that call. That was bullshit.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was bullshit. But at the same time, if we hit him, if we contain him in the pocket, he don't make that run. He
Yeah.
don't make that scramble.
And we don't give up third down on 3rd and 14. Mike Evans 30-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah. And Stevenson's back was to that when he caught the ball.
Oh my goodness.
And the only thing he can do, he see Evans throw his and get ready to catch the ball, he can just throw his hands up.
Throw your hand up there. Throw your hand.
Right, just throw your
right
hand
up the
up.
middle, right up there.
I can't see you. I can't see where the ball at, but he just threw his hands up. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Turn around.
There you go. But he was already beat.
Yeah, he was beat. It was
He was
another play
already
that was
beat.
beat real bad, and they didn't get the ball to Evans on that play, but he got burnt.
Yeah, he got burnt quite a bit, but that's being a rookie.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna learn from that and hopefully get better.
I think we got
Hopefully,
our coach though. They coordinators ain't experienced either. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the OC is experienced that either. He a new OC.
well, hell, he looked more experienced than ours,
Yeah.
and he got them he got them boys playing. He got them in the right situations.
They let Byron Leftwich walk. They got rid of him or whatever. They got a new
Yeah,
OC. Yeah.
yeah. You can't knock them for they coaching and they OC. I mean,
Yeah.
then he dialed up the plays, and then they produced. And it's all after that. You know, after you call in the plays, it's about effort. Then it's about effort and producing, and that's what they did.
Wow.
We lacked that until, well, the first drive and that last touchdown drive. Other than that, the effort was
Yeah.
they stayed. We can't get off the field. The defense can't get off the field. And I don't know. I don't know.
And
I'm just trying to stay positive. It's only
and
the second game of the season.
coming into the season, I felt our biggest bright spot was our DBs, our corners, and our safeties. Safeties getting injured now. Um, the corners and the DBs getting ate alive. They're not covering. They can't cover for long. As they did last season. I feel like last season they held their coverage for a longer period of time, but not this season.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, as you alluded to, safeties injured. Well, I don't know the injury what's going on with Bojack.
His foot with his foot.
Yeah, but did they say if it's the same injury from last season or
They haven't
not?
said anything yet. We don't know.
Brisker, he left the game again with a illness.
But he came back. Yeah.
He came back. We already lost Gordon for a couple of games.
For at least 4, right? He on IR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that secondary is depleted already. That was, as you said, that was something I was leaning on. It was that back seven.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of talk, in the off season about Tremaine Edmonds clogging the middle and things of that.
I don't see a lot of passes coming through the middle in his area.
No, actually not this past game.
Yeah.
Not this past game.
Right.
It's like they worked on that.
Yeah.
The first game, yeah. It did improve this past game.
I didn't see nothing like that this past game, like yesterday. I was like, okay.
But at the same time, they were still converting them third and longs.
Yeah.
So we got better over the middle, but at the same time, we still got to get better converting, on them third down conversions.
Facts. That's a whole team effort there. That's the front four getting the pressure, and that's the back seven covering.
Yeah. And again, I hate to be pessimistic, but you know how I roll.
At
the same time, we spent a lot of money on that defense.
A lot of money on the defense.
We got to produce. We signed Edmonds and Edwards because of their pass defense.
Right. We signed Walker.
Yeah. Well, he actually showed up this game. I actually seen him on the tape.
Did he show up enough? Did he show up enough?
Right.
Did he give us our money's worth? Is the question.
Yeah, I agree.
You signed Yannick. Did he give us our money's worth? No.
Not yet.
Not yet, but that's what we talked about this past game, yeah.
He got a couple of pressures, but he gotta bring it home.
I gotta get my money's worth, man. We, like you said, we spent a lot of money on the defense.
Yeah.
Individual player. Did they give us our money's worth, or we getting shortchanged?
But even
shopping
at
Amazon and we getting Wish. Getting rich. Just saying, bro. We
Oh my gosh. You went there with it.
gotta
That's a
get the
good one.
quality.
That's a real good one. I can't get past that one now.
Just saying, man. I want my money's worth.
My man said we getting Wish and Timu.
Right. Shopping at Amazon, paying Amazon prices. Amazon, we want Amazon quality.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you right. You right. You ain't lying. You right. But in saying that though, we're not giving up a gang of yards on in the run game as we did last season.
Hmm.
So the run game is shoring up a little bit, even though they still gashing us up the middle on certain plays. They're not giving up too much. So, I gotta commend them for that. But at the same time, we gotta get pressure.
120
Gotta get
yards on
pressure.
the rushing. They got and a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah. We still gotta get pressure though. We gotta get pressure. And as we keep saying, gotta gotta blitz. Gotta blitz. Gotta come with the more than I mean, I seen a couple of plays in which Brisker blitzed. I seen when Strowman came in off the nickel.
Hmm.
Um, I seen Edmonds actually blitz up the middle. So I mean, they they're not ignoring it totally, but at the same time, we're not getting home.
Right. The defense gave
We
up 20 points because the pick six was on offense. Right.
right.
So, and I believe last week the Bucks scored 20. I don't know if that was all it was all the offenses doing, or where they got any pick sixes or turnovers
They
that
actually
converted
they
to.
did. They didn't get any pick sixes. They
Okay, so all of that 20 came against Minnesota's offense or defense.
yeah,
Defense. So yeah,
all turnovers.
so Tampa Bay is a 20-point averaging team, but we can't get out of our own way.
No, we can't. And
We
I,
should be
I really
averaging 20 at least.
yeah, and I really don't want to wait till a Thursday night game when we get that little short mini bye before they start making some real adjustments.
Right.
I we saw no adjustments after halftime.
And that's my whole thing. I was like, all right, we're gonna go in the locker room. We're gonna adjust to this because this is looking pedestrian after that first drive, which is what Getsy do. He dials up a great first script, and then after that,
Yeah,
it gets clunky. Like, what are you running here, man? What are you doing? Why don't he look
he,
at every series as the first drive? Why don't he
right.
just look at it like
Yeah,
that? Just look at every series as the first drive. This is what we're gonna do. No matter what the score is, we're gonna go down there and drive down the field and score.
because I even with you saying that, I feel like that'll give Justin a boost of confidence in what he's seeing downfield.
Yeah.
It'll probably open up the window a little bit more for him, and he'll be able to trust his reads and trust his arm
Yeah.
because he got the arm strength and the arm talent to make a lot of throws.
And people got me wondering, like, is Justin losing his confidence? Because we're seeing still pictures of him not making the throws and things like that. Is he losing his confidence because he's getting hit too many times? Is he losing his confidence because he doesn't like the play being called or whatever? I'm starting to wonder now because I hear people saying that, like, damn, I hope Justin ain't losing his confidence because if he is, he ain't gonna
And
make it to the next contract.
no, he ain't. And you can tell in his pressers he looked a little defeated.
I mean, you think he looked defeated? Justin's always calm like that.
Yeah,
He don't get
he
too
yeah.
he don't get too
You
excited ever. Even in a victory, he don't get excited. He's
but
like,
you can tell when Justin is Justin,
"Mhm,
and also when Justin he didn't look himself.
okay,
You know, that's just my take on it. He didn't look himself. He didn't
right,
look like Justin from the last loss in the first game.
Okay.
Even though even though he felt he could have played better, he didn't. He still didn't exude that. After this loss, you can tell his whole demeanor kind of was a little bit more somber
Do the
than
team feel like
after the
they
last
played
game.
better? Do the team
I'm
feel like they
sorry.
do the team feel like they play better? Did you hear anything or hear anybody say anything about
No, I actually I didn't. As you like you did. I haven't read any
tried to avoid
interviews.
all the
Yeah. Well,
negative?
not just that. Unfortunately, I just wasn't in the mood for it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's why I
I
tried to avoid
wasn't
it.
in
I
the
ain't in the
mood
mood.
for it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't even in the mood for no more football after that. So I didn't even watch no more football after that. You know.
okay. I did watch
So
some football after that, and it was more of a let me just move my mind to something else, not the Bears. yeah,
yeah, nah, it was nah. After that, after I turned that off, my brain just went no more football.
yeah, I feel you. It
You
be
know,
hard,
so
man. It be hard.
well, last week was better because it was the first week of the season, so I could stomach football a little bit more. Because yeah, I'm missing football. But after watching that loss and watching how we losing, and yeah, that just took the wind out of my sail. So but at the same time, again, it's just the second week. Hopefully, they make the necessary adjustments, and
So
you
I'm looking
know,
at a comparison here. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I'm looking at a comparison here: DJ Moore and Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 171 yards receiving. Um, DJ Moore had 104. Mike Evans had 8 targets. DJ Moore had 7. I was thinking before I even looked at that, I was thinking we need to get DJ Moore at least 9 to 10 targets a game. Is
Yeah,
that okay or is that too many? Because
I
Evans
don't
ain't
think
getting
it's
9.
enough.
That's fine.
I don't think it's enough, actually.
10 targets ain't enough.
Hell no.
Okay. Okay.
No, I mean, again, that just goes back to me saying he needs to be the first read.
Right. That goes back to that. True.
He needs to be the first read because, like, even on that play in which everybody's showing which Justin missed that touchdown up the seam,
Mhm.
it's like he ran not a corner route, but it was some kind of a slant route where he went to the
Yeah.
sidelines. And even though he was open, but it was a short game.
Right. Right.
A lot of times he is open right away. A lot of times he is open right away, but he's not the first read.
So he's mainly a short to mid um player as far as receiving. He's not a deep ball threat really.
Right. That's what we talked about last week.
Right.
Look for him in that range. No, he's not he's not that deep ball threat, but at the same time, he's
That's what we
good.
got Mooney for. Yeah.
Right. At the same time, he's good between 10 and 20 yards.
Right.
And that's what Justin is supposed to excel at, between the 10 and 20-yard range.
And I
So
wonder if it's some of the plays where where Justin's saying like, well, he's not beyond the sticks. Let me go ahead and find somebody else.
probably so. Because he's on them plays in which he's taking sacks, he's looking downfield, but you some targets are open. You gotta see it.
Mhm.
But we only saw that one.
Right.
And, we don't know. Got to watch the all 22s in order to see if anyone else was open,
Right.
or what he's seeing, or how much pressure he's under. Before he start going through his progressions. And if you're going through your progressions too quick, sometimes I've seen them, go through 1, 2, 3, then back to 2. You got to get rid of the ball quicker than that because the longer you hold that ball, that we already know the line is not going to hold up. We already know that, so get rid of it. If you don't see nothing open, throw it out of bounds. Get rid of the ball instead of taking a sack. I seen a play in which he tried to climb the pocket because he seen the outside. He couldn't get outside, and he tried to climb the pocket too late. Too late, he tried to climb the pocket, and everything collapsed in. So you got to be you got to be a little bit quicker with your reads. He got to start throwing his receivers open. We're not in college no more to where your receiver is just wide open before you try to get him the ball.
Right, facts.
Sometimes you got in the NFL open, you got a little window, and you got to take it. So that just reminded me of one point in which his first season.
And I've seen him throw receivers open, but I just don't think he does it enough or consistently.
Right. Yeah, you can't wait until he's just wide open.
And I think that might be a fear of throwing a pick. I don't know. I ain't an NFL quarterback, but yeah. But like you said, the windows are small and quick. You got to
take him. And he's got the arm talent to do that. And you just got to trust that. You got to trust your arm. I mean, if you got the talent and the arm talent, you got to take those shots. You got to take those chances.
I'm looking at a tweet from a reporter from The Athletic, Kevin Fishbane, and he got a tweet saying Bears head coach Matt Eberflus saying, "We are steadfast, we are straightforward, we are all in this together. We are looking to have a great practice Wednesday and looking at Kansas City." Let's talk about Kansas City.
Do we have to?
I mean, that's why next opponent next week.
Yeah,
right?
I know, but do we really have to?
We don't
know
have
what Kansas City is, especially offensively.
We know what they are. Let's think about
man, come on now.
It's a new season. It's a new season. Kansas City offense hasn't been looking like it's world beaters right now. Its offense is looking like it's gonna have some struggles right now. You know what I'm saying? They struggled with Detroit week 1. And
we talking week 1 though.
And they struggled with Jacksonville yesterday.
Okay, we talking Jacksonville. Jacksonville was a playoff team last year.
Only by not by choice, only because the Titans couldn't win a game.
Right, that's true.
The Titans would have won a game, it wouldn't have happened. They lost like 5 in a row or some shit like that. I can't remember. But yeah.
But that is true, but they were still a playoff team.
Yeah, true.
And they
by default, but I'm just by default.
Right, but they still looking to make the playoffs again this year. They still got playoff aspirations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with that being said, it's only the 3rd game of the season. This will be the 3rd game of the season. We still talking about KC. They still got Mahomes. They still got Andy Reid as their head coach.
But they got Matt Nagy as their coordinator. That's different from last year to this year.
Matt Nagy calling. Okay.
He calling plays, man.
Right. Matt Nagy calling most of the plays. But at the same time,
I'm sure he run them by Reed, but he's calling them, yeah. Because they both got the call sheet. But I can see Matt Nagy calling the plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, man, what's a good way for KC to break out against us?
Look.
Matt Nagy calling the plays.
That would be why you gotta I didn't even think about that. Why you gotta put that in my head? If we Matt Nagy offense, because we know it's gonna be because of Mahomes and Kelsey, not Matt Nagy.
Well,
in spite of him. They're gonna beat us in spite of him.
Right, but he's gonna be calling the plays and you I don't know. I just hope they don't find their offense when we get there. Hopefully it's just another game. Hopefully it's game 4 in which they find the offense.
Mahomes passed for 305 against Jacksonville, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. That's not a great stat. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
No, not for him. No. especially
So,
when you
like I
got
said, their offense hasn't taken off yet, and you're saying
no,
we might be the team where they take off and
no. I'm hoping we
launch the
don't.
rest of their season, huh?
I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping we don't be the catalyst for them taking off.
Right.
But at the same time, we got to get pressure, and we I don't see us getting pressure with 4 and dropping back 7 and just letting Mahomes just stand back there.
Pick us apart.
Yeah, and he has the ability to do that. Now the only way we will have a chance is if he keep throwing the ball to Kadarius Toney.
But Tony had a decent game this past week, yesterday. Tony had
Uh,
4 receptions for 26 yards. He didn't have any.
okay, well we can live with that.
We could do, but they have
Yeah,
other
we can live with
receivers.
that.
They actually have other receivers. Man, I'm looking at their receivers. He spread the ball around for that 305. He spread it around pretty good. You got Sky
But
Moore, Justin Watson, Noah Gray, Kadarius Toney, Travis Kelsey. That's their first 5
that's
receivers.
really what he does best. He spreads
Yeah,
the ball around pretty damn good.
yeah, he spread it around pretty even. Kelsey had the most targets, and then everybody else had 3, 4, and 5.
So who we gonna put on Kelsey? Because to me, it's clearly our linebackers can't keep up with. I'm sorry, anyone.
That's a good question, man. Very good question.
Who we gonna put on Kelsey?
Brisker.
We're gonna need him in the box to
Yeah,
blitz. We're gonna need him to put pressure. That's if he don't get injured during the game.
again.
But we're gonna need him to put pressure. And we got to get some pressure somewhere.
You asked a great question. Now, who we gonna put on Kelsey?
Yeah, we don't have anyone that can
You
cover Kelsey.
gotta have somebody that's gonna get physical with his big ass.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to hit his ass as soon as he come off the line.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just hope this ain't the game in which they actually decide to get their shit together and break out and blow up on us.
Ah,
I mean, because they have that potential to do so.
yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I just don't want to hear it.
Trust me, I don't want to hear it either. But after these first 2 games, we 0-2 right now, and it don't look good for us going.
And we got against the world champs.
Yeah, it just don't look good right now.
I mean,
And
world champs. They put up 20 last week and 17 yesterday, so they're not weak. I mean, like I said,
you don't think they looking to break out?
of course they're looking to break out. You don't think the Bears are looking to break out?
Yeah, but at the
They
same
got to get
time,
it off. They don't want to go down 0-3. They got to get it off their back and to
yeah,
beat the world champs
man,
in Arrowhead, right? Yeah, that would be
if that
huge
don't boost
confidence booster.
yes, if that don't lift the morale of the team, then we in for a long season.
Look,
There will be no 10-7. There will be no playoffs.
look.
We in for a long season if we
If we
start
go 0
3.
if we go 0-3, yeah, this
We in
season,
for a long season.
and the likelihood of us going 0-3 is high because we're playing against the Chiefs. But we gotta, like the coach said, they're hoping to have they're looking to have a great week of practice. So for the Chiefs, so I'm looking to see that translate to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
Talking about it, be about it.
and another thing, I hope Chris Jones don't decide to brush that rust off, because he ain't practiced or played all off season. I hope he don't look to get that rust off of him against us.
Yeah. So I was already thinking about that. Chris Jones and Kelsey getting back into their groove, because this is his first game back yesterday, so he was probably still trying to knock some rust off, and Chris Jones as well. And I was thinking, well, shit. By the time they get a whole week of practice and then play us next week, they might be feeling themselves.
And especially Jones against that interior 3 of ours.
Shit.
They're gonna they're gonna have to double him, just like they did Vea. They're gonna have to double him. You can't leave him 1-on-1. with nobody on the interior. No one.
Yeah.
And Carter actually played a decent game. You know,
It was that damn Braxton Jones, man.
man,
Who's that damn
he he
Braxton
he
Jones?
he showed that he was a fifth round pick.
Yeah.
Holding constantly.
Putting us
I
behind
don't know.
the sticks.
Yeah,
Behind the sticks, making it tougher on an offense that's already struggling.
yeah, yeah. He's holding constantly. Him and
Constantly.
Whitehair. And
I
don't
didn't
get me
see this
started.
from I didn't see this from Braxton last year. All these holdings.
No, that's because everybody know how to get to him. Bull rush. And
Oh, is that
unfortunately,
how he figured out how to stop the bull rush? Hold him.
this season, yeah. If that's how it's looking this season, how he's going to
I
stop
thought
the
he
bull
worked
rush?
on it on his anchor. Now he just gonna hold.
Nah, nah. And unfortunately, my guy, he's getting beat with the speed rush. Right?
Yeah, Darnell Wright.
They beating him with speed. So I don't know. We in trouble, especially if Chris Jones get his legs up under him. I don't trust Patrick at
I want to
all.
use Deion Sanders' slogan, not your slogan. Your slogan is "We in trouble." Deion Sanders' slogan is "We coming." I want to use "We coming."
Yeah, I want to use that too once they get their shit together. Once we put together a solid game, I can ride with you on that one.
Yeah,
If we can do that this game, that's a morale booster,
Hey,
confidence booster. You go into that next week knowing that you can beat anybody then.
Yeah, for sure,
And that's
And
something we
that's
need.
gonna be my post too. We coming. If we beat the Chiefs,
Yeah, right.
we gotta overreact.
I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there with you. Soon as that clock hit 000, we coming. But
I want your 10-7 to come true.
Yeah, I just want to see some improvement.
I want your 10-7 to come true. I had them at 8.
I just want to see some improvement first.
Yeah,
it starts there. Once we start seeing a collective game in which we get a whole game in which everybody on all three levels contribute, play hard. Once we see that, once we start seeing that we belong, you just never know what kind of confidence that could build for us.
true.
You just never know. And right now, I don't all that chirping in the off season. We got to make that come to fruition right now. We got to. But at this moment, I don't see it. But at the same time, it's just a second game, and we still can improve. We still can improve.
So with that being said, what's your the prediction of the outcome of the game against Kansas City? What's your prediction?
You want me to go with my heart or logic, or just keeping it real?
Keep it 100.
All right, keeping it 100. Chiefs 31. We got 10.
They defense that good?
Our offense is that bad.
Shit.
Our offense is that bad, man.
Shit. All right.
But in my heart of hearts, that's the other way around. But as you keeping it 100, 31-10 Chiefs.
Okay.
The light will be too bright for us right now. So and until I see any type of improvement, especially along that, just team wise, go down there and score consistently. Luke Getsy come with that first drive mentality the whole game. Defensively. Say that again.
I'm about to say they only gave up 21 to the Detroit Lions. I almost said the Pistons, to the Detroit Lions, who I think has a high-powered offense, but it was also just week 1.
Right.
It's going to be hard to see the Bears top that 21.
It's gonna be hard to see. For me, it's gonna be hard to see us top 10.
Yeah.
That's just me, just talking. But like I said, we need Getsy to bring that first drive mentality the whole game.
Right. I need him to be this week in the playroom, in the room, drawing up the plays, the playbook, the designs for the week. And it's my first drive for every damn drive.
Right.
Think that mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care if we get the ball first, script your plays out, boom, because your first drives are great. If we get the ball second and they already scored, script it out the same way as if it was the first drive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if they up 21, script it 21-14. Script it as if it was the first drive.
Dude, I have to ask this. Did he get the NFL script?
What you mean?
The script, everybody says scripted. The NFL is scripted. So did he get the script, or I'm missing it? Because
all that one.
yeah, I mean he get I guess he got the first line, which is the first drive, but he missed the rest of the fucking script. Gotta read it. Read the script, bro. You got the talent around you. Keep dialing up. Keep dialing up. Keep dialing up. Keep it going.
All right, so here's my question for our overreaction segment. I just thought of some overreaction segment.
Yes. Hey.
If the Bears don't win more than 6 games, who gets fired?
Thank you, because I wanted to bring this up as well. So, with that being said, who does get fired? Because who do you look at? Because Poles actually put this team together.
You can't fire yourself. You the GM.
Kevin Warren can.
Kevin Warren ain't gonna do that, man. He just walked through the door.
Yeah, he came a week later after Poles did.
No, he came a year later.
That was a year later?
Yeah, he just came this year.
Damn, I got my timing mixed up. But okay, at the same time, he has been interviewing everybody at Hallis Hall.
Yeah.
So how much is he gonna put up with it?
Right.
Because I've seen where he's fired a couple of head coaches that wasn't cutting it.
Mm.
So is either
yeah. His loyalty ain't to Poles because it's not his hire.
Right. That's your line right there.
Yeah.
We didn't draft him. We didn't hire him.
Yeah.
So
it's not on his watch, really. It's on his watch now, but it wasn't on his watch to bring him in.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, with that being said, if the offense is still stagnant, you got to look at another offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're not seeing progression out of Justin, it's got to be on the offense.
Okay, now you opened up something else. If we're in the top 5 in as far as the draft next year, do we package our picks for the number 1 pick and get a quarterback, or do we stick with Justin?
Hey, did you look in our chats?
I saw that. That's why I'm bringing this up.
That's a possible. If we don't right this ship, that's a possibility we could end up with the top 2 picks.
So what do we do if we end up with the top 2 picks? Do we draft a quarterback, or do we draft that 3 tech? Do we draft a quarterback? Do we draft another offensive lineman?
We
draft Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, I want Marvin Harrison Jr. anyway.
Yeah.
I want that cat anyway.
Do we bring in Caleb and Marvin Harrison if we got the top 2 picks? Or do we just keep with Justin, grab Marvin Harrison, and grab us a defensive lineman or
Okay.
offensive lineman. I know this is the overreaction segment, so all this stuff is we overreacting right now.
All right. With that overreaction, I'm saying it depends. It depends on Justin's progression, how
Yeah.
he progressed throughout the season. What that mm, fuck that. We gotta address the line.
Which line?
That line is horrible.
Offensive line or the
Yeah.
defensive
Well,
line?
we drafted Dex at number 2 in the second round, and we got Pickens in the third round.
So we got to address the offensive line. But do you address the offensive line with a top 5 pick?
Don't we got a second rounder from Carolina as well?
I don't know if it's this year or next year.
Because either way it goes, if we high up in the draft, even with that second round pick, you can get a decent interior lineman
Right.
in the second round.
Now
But
we need to offensive tackle, a left tackle. Left tackle. We ain't talking about interior. We need a left tackle.
I can't argue with that. But hell, we need a center.
We need a left tackle first.
Okay, but they blowing up the middle too.
Yeah, okay, we can get a center, but we need a left tackle first. So I'm saying if we got to go early second round and get us a left tackle, or late first round and get us a left tackle, fine, get us a left tackle. Mid first round, I'll take a left tackle.
We got to address the offense
because your boy Braxton Jones, man, he fooled me.
Hold on, that's not my boy.
I know. I just said that. I know. You know who your boy is.
I wasn't no fan of him in the first place.
He fooled me.
Yeah. You know, we expected more.
And we're still overreacting because it's just game 2. But he's fooling me. He's fooling the hell out of me.
Yeah, he fooling the hell out of everybody. Because he started last season the same way.
But he's don't supposed to start from 0 every season because you're supposed to build off of your experience. So if you get to 7 from last season, you're supposed to start this year at 7 and build off of that. They start at 0 every year.
That being said, we was kind of expecting the same thing from the team.
Right, I agree. If you made progress last year, you don't supposed to start from scratch every year. You got to start from where you left off at and build off of that.
And it seems like as a team, we're starting from scratch again. Yeah. Yeah, as a team, it seems like we start from scratch again. It's like we're revisiting the same conversation from last year.
Yeah.
We're revisiting it again. But with that overreaction, like you were saying, it depends on how much progress we make as a team and which direction that we go. You know, I would like to see them two boys up the middle get their footing.
Yeah. And I think they will as the season progresses. I think they'll get better because they showing flashes right now.
Right.
Both of them are.
Right.
You know, and the more reps they get, I think the better they'll get.
So, and also with that being like you said, we being fooled now by Braxton. So hopefully he get his legs up under him. He get his anchor down, buckle down, and get his shit together. And, you know, we can get some better play, you know, out the line, out the team itself. And, you know, I hate to add to the overreaction of we might be seeing Bajan soon.
Oh, see, now you're going too far with the overreaction. So my thing is this: when you saying Bajan, if you bench Justin for a player that has undrafted rookie with less experience, you're going backwards. That means we're tanking at that point.
Well, not really, because I don't know the way he ran Getsy's offense
against the second and third stringers.
Yeah, but he looked poised. He didn't look rattled
against second and third stringers. You don't have to be rattled. You don't have to look rattled if nobody's getting in behind your line. I wouldn't look right. Sit me back there against some fifth stringers because I ain't an NFL player. Some fifth stringers, and I look poised too.
Yeah, but you just
I ain't gonna drink that Kool-Aid, man. That's just too much Kool-Aid.
I got you, but at the same time, you just never know what kind of spark he could bring to that team.
If you don't feel the spark with Justin, with all that talent, then I don't think there's no spark in you. All the talent that Justin possesses, if you don't feel a spark with him, then there's no spark in you. Because if I was an offensive lineman or a receiver on the Bears, I would run through a wall for my quarterback if my quarterback was somebody like Justin. I'm like, I'm gonna fight for him every down, every inch. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
The man is talented. Now, if he was somebody back there that was just ho-hum, then I probably wouldn't give my A1 effort. I don't know. But I'm not that kind of guy, though. I'll probably still play hard, but I don't know if I'll run through a wall from him, for him. But yeah.
With that being said, the man knows how to play quarterback. He's been in systems. I mean, he knows how to make quarterback reads. And unfortunately, that's the problem we're having with Justin.
That's where I gotta disagree. He makes
those reads.
He makes reads. He might have missed a couple yesterday, but I see his eyes going to the different reads. He's making the reads.
You can see his eyes going to the read, but got to pull the trigger.
So he's seeing something we ain't seeing, right? He ain't pulling the trigger.
It's something going on.
Something happened. We got to find out.
Right, because even on some of the steals, we got guys being open. Yeah, I mean, it's not
that still could be deceiving. I got to find out. I got to watch it. That could be.
Did you or did you not see it in the Green Bay game?
See what?
Receivers open. And
I saw two plays, and they had what? How many pass plays did they run that game? So out of all those pass plays they ran, two of them that he didn't pull the trigger where I thought he should have pulled the trigger. However, if you got 35 pass plays, now you're nitpicking to me because every quarterback gonna fuck up. They gonna make a mistake. I ain't never seen the perfect quarterback. I don't care if it's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, whomever. They miss a read. They make a bad throw. I think my honest opinion here is I think as Bears fans, we react and we nitpick Justin Fields because we want him to be great. We want him to make every play perfect. And it's
when you see that talent in him, you expect it.
I can't expect nobody to make every play. That is just impossible.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
even
not
Patrick Mahomes fuck up a play here and there.
No, I'm not saying to make every play, but when you see it, he's making all this noise. But yeah, I guess he might agree with you then. He might agree with you, but it is what it is. But at the same time, when you looking at the tape and you actually see his eyes or his head, because we can't see his eyes actually.
You can see it through the visors a little bit. Yeah, his visor.
Well, I'm talking about when you seeing it from the quarterback's view.
Okay.
And you see his eyes facing, a direction, or you see his head facing a direction. You can't tell me you don't, out your peripheral vision, you see this receiver in your jersey color over here, but you're just focused on this one particular receiver.
So I remember a press conference last season with Getsy on the podium, and he was talking about that, and he was saying something about, no, Justin did the right thing. It was a read. That was the play that was supposed to have been ran. He was supposed to have been checking off throwing it to that receiver. So do they have plays? I wonder if they got plays where the other guys are just decoys and this is the guy he has to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so we already know the offense is
that's bad play calling though.
I agree.
Is that not bad play calling, but bad decision making?
That too. I mean,
because if he's got to be your sole read, how you going to spread the ball around to other receivers that's open when you staring down one receiver?
Yeah,
If
I don't
you
know about
stare
the
him down,
staring. I don't know about the staring down part, but I think he has a play to run to Mooney, so he's going to get it to Mooney. I don't know if he's staring him down, but he gets the ball to Mooney, and that's it. He ain't even thinking about the other three guys out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Did Mooney play yesterday?
yeah, Mooney played. Mooney played. I think he got hurt though. Didn't he? Ain't play the whole game.
I didn't see him out there too much.
Yeah, I don't think he played the whole game. I thought I heard somebody say on the telecast, on the broadcast, that he was hurt. That's a good question.
Okay.
I'm about to look.
Yeah, I didn't see him out there too much. I don't know. I'm not good at multitasking yet.
Oh
It's something I need to work on. But yeah, I don't remember him playing.
shit! I don't. I thought I saw him out there, but he don't have any targets. Maybe he wasn't out. Did I just imagine this shit? I gotta find out now.
Yeah, because I just find it uncanny that Justin didn't find
Target.
him any
Yeah,
yesterday. Is he even on the stat sheet?
he ain't on the stat sheet. Is what I'm saying. He has zero. He had no targets. No, he ain't even on the stat sheet. As
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I just find that uncanny then. Yeah, you probably a lot quicker with finding that than I am.
he went down with a knee injury, so he was in the game, but he didn't never get a target.
Damn, that must have happened quick then.
It had to happen early. He was in the game. He injured his knee.
Okay. Yeah, that's just something that we just gonna have to go back and revisit, and after watching the tape and
Yeah,
um injury report. I just had that pulled up too,
yeah,
but I didn't hear anything about him being injured though.
yeah. I just saw Brad Biggs reported it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you much faster with that multitasking than I am. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I just grabbed my tablet, my iPad, and just pulled it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my phone in my hand. I still can't pull it up. But yeah, man, we I think we'll be all right, and I'm really still hoping for that 10-7
Okay.
playoff bound. Just first, we still got room for improvement. Get on a
Yeah.
little streak, and it's got to start with KC first.
KC first. So that
Got to
means
start there first.
they got to buck your prediction and beat the Chiefs and start the we coming streak.
There you go. There
All
you
right.
go. Got to.
And with that
Got
said,
to.
I appreciate you coming on, my brother.
I appreciate you having me on, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Always, always, for sure. Good talking to you. Good chopping it up with you.
Yes, sir. It's what we do. It's what we do.
And I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Lunchtime.
Yes, sir.